Welcome to the Terumah edition of the short Vort. This week we will discuss the difference between a Talmid Chacham and a Chacham. Now, when we look at Sheni to Shlishi, as we are scheduled to do this year, as is our focus, we see the story about the making of the Aron, which has the Ark, which has the Kaporas, its cover on top of it. On top of that, there is the Kruvim, the cherubs. They had wings like angels and faces, according to the Gemara and Sukkah, that looked like young children. So Rameir Rubman Zatzal, in his Sefer, asked, why is it that we have this holy place where God would speak to the Bnei Yisrael is a place that he wanted to look like little infants? So he answers that God wants something that has an image of something that knows it needs to learn, that it wants to progress, it wants to grow. And a young child knows that it doesn't really know a whole lot, and it wants to learn. And there's also something special about a young child, is because it can be forgiven. It says in Hosea that when Yisrael was a lad, and God loved him then. That God loved Yisrael when even though they sinned, because when they're young, you allow them the opportunity to grow and to progress. They can make mistakes, they can do tshuva, they can grow. But the point is to be focused on growth. And that's how we learn what the difference between a Talmid Chacham and a Chacham is. A Talmid Chacham is a student of Chachma. He desires wisdom. He wants to grow in wisdom. He's not static in one level. We do have, and that's why we refer to the Rabbanan throughout the Gemara as Talmidei Chachamim. We do have an exception about, we call them Chacham or Chachamim in cases of monetary situations. That's when it's described as Chacham. But in general, we describe the Rabbanan, the rabbis, as Talmidei Chachamim, students of wisdom, people who want to grow. And we focus on that because that's the quality, that's the essence, that they're just constantly striving for growth. It says in Pirkei Avos, it says that Ezehu Chacham Halomed Mikol Adam. Who's the wise man? One who learns from everyone. And Shlomo HaMelech, the great King Solomon, he was Zocha to be the wisest of all men because he learned from every single person. It says in the pasuk, Vayachkei Mikol Ha'adam, and Chazal learns from that even from Shotim, even from fools, he was able to take a lesson. He was ready to take the whole world, was his sefer, was his whole book of study. And that's why he became the wisest man. So we have an extra short Vort coming up for Chodesh Adar on the topic of why is Adar sometimes 1 month and sometimes 2. May we always be part of the Talmidei Chachamim, always growing and rising and elevating our levels. Have a wonderful week.